Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and we just got a rumored list of Ninjago sets for summer 2025. This is coming from Fateful LEGO over on Instagram, who's been the source of a lot of this kind of stuff recently, and so far has been pretty darn right. Of course, none of this is officially confirmed, so take all of it with a grain of salt. It could end up being 100% right, 100% wrong, or something more in the middle, but because Fateful has gotten a lot of things right recently, at least personally to me, I think this is probably very likely to be true. Very exciting to be getting summer news already, like we're still in December of 24, right? We haven't even seen the January sets officially. That should be happening tonight though, fingers crossed. Today is the day that's supposed to happen. But anyway, let's go through it. Let's take a look at all of these different sets. So first off, we have 30700 Aaron vs. Dragonian. Based off of that set numbering, this should probably be a polybag, and it sounds like it's going to be a 2 minifigure polybag again. We got a 2 minifigure polybag in the summer of both Dragon's Rising waves recently, right? There was the Kai vs. Repton polybag, and then the Cole vs. Wolf Mask Warrior polybag. So this, I guess, is just going to be another one of the same style, except it's Aaron versus a Dragonian. That's cool, definitely excited to see that. But then now we get into the full-size sets. So there's 71838, Kai's Motorcycle Speed Racer. Because it's a lower set number, I assume that's a smaller set, probably in like the $20 to $30 range. New motorcycle for Kai, I mean, I guess that's cool. We've gotten that for him quite a few times before. He had one at the Skybound, he had his original one from 2012, and then that 2012 one was remade during Legacy. But I'm trying to think, has there been one more recently than that? I don't think so, aside from like the 4+ Legacy one. So it's been a while since we've had a Kai motorcycle. I guess that's cool, but it's not like a new vehicle or anything, so not super exciting. Then we have 71839, Aaron's Fujitsu Mech. Now that's one that I'm very excited for. I'm crossing my fingers that this might be in the same style as the mechs from this year, and I think that's somewhat likely because number one, it's not the smallest set on the list, right? Set numbers aren't always in price order, but it's usually pretty close to price order. So if it was something smaller like the J-Mech from this year, it would probably be the first set on the list. The second set of the list probably puts it in the $20 price range though, and if that was the case, it could very easily be the same scale as the mechs of this year. Of course, if you see my channel, you may know I have made my own custom Aaron's Fujitsu Mech in that scale, so it'd be really awesome if there was an official one too and I could compare them. And I love that scale of mechs, so I would just love to see more sets in that scale. After that, we have 71840, Rogue vs. Drix Race Car Battle. Drix is supposed to be one of the new Forbidden 5 members, and Rogue is a new character, question mark, that's mentioned in the description of the Dragonian Storm Village set. So neat to see that that character is continuing into the summer, and if it's a race car battle, that means we are getting a villain vehicle, and a race car for Rogue sounds pretty darn cool too. Then this is one I'm particularly excited for, 71842, Rontu the Master Dragon. Rontu, of course, appeared in Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 2, but we just didn't get her in sets, and I was very disappointed by that, and I'm sure a lot of other people were too. Because her and Egalt are like a pair, like you can't have Egalt without Rontu as well, so it felt so weird she didn't come in sets. But no, it sounds like she will be getting a set in summer of next year, and if that's true, that's very exciting to hear. That might be the most exciting thing on this list. Then we have 71843, Rogue's Mech Dragon. That's also very cool, because that means we're getting Rogue in 2 separate sets. So I guess whatever's going on, he's pretty important if he comes in so many sets. And getting more Mech Dragons always sounds neat, because we haven't had one since Prime Empire, right? I don't believe so. Then there's 71844, Ninja Combat Vehicle. Don't really have much to say about that, because that could literally be anything. If it was sort of like a tank-like build, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, Combat Vehicle is very vague. It could be a car, it could be a jet, it could be a mech, it could be a combo vehicle type thing. I'd be shocked if we got 2 combo vehicles back-to-back, but hey, it's possible. If you guys have any other ideas of what that could be, let me know in the comments. What comes to mind to me is that, like, vehicle they had during Hunted that appeared in the show that never had a set. Obviously, I don't think they'd go back and give us that now because it's been so long and they don't do Legacy anymore. And it was cool in the show, but it probably wouldn't be, like, the most interesting set to build. So yeah, I don't know exactly what that could be. Then there is 71845, Lloyd's Transforming Jet Mech. Transforming sounds really neat. That's a very, like, newer thing for LEGO to do, to have sets that actually transform without being rebuilt. We had a couple of things like that. Obviously, the original Combo Mech sort of transformed, and then what really pops out to my mind is like Sora's Transforming Mech Bike Racer. That set was amazing. So if this is a set that transforms, I'm curious to see how they're going to do that. Also, a jet for Lloyd. Have we had that before? He had one in Prime Empire, right? Or was that Jay? Did Jay have the jet? No, yeah, Lloyd had a bike, Jay had a jet. So no, I don't think Lloyd has ever had a jet before, so hey, that's something new. New vehicle, which is good to see, because yeah, as we talked about, Kai's had many motorcycles in the past. If we're getting an actual new vehicle for Lloyd, I'm not going to complain about that. Then here's something very cool, 71846 Fire Knight Mech. Again, set numbers are usually in price order, not always exactly, and normally like there might be a bonus set tacked on the end. This one though, being so high up here means this is probably a pretty big set. A pretty big set that's called a mech and has fire in the name. What do you guys think the chances are that this is Kai's Titan mech? If so, that would be amazing. Obviously, I and many other people have been hoping for a Kai Titan mech for a little while, especially now that we got Cole's Titan mech. He's the only one of the original Ninja who doesn't have one. So if we get a Kai's Titan mech next summer, that would be great. The only points against that are, number one, there is not Titan in the name here. There's always a chance they don't market it as a Titan mech, but it's still a Titan mech, and I'd be okay with that. Or it's just another kind of big mech that's not a Titan mech. Maybe it doesn't reach that scale. It could be something more in line with like Lloyd and Aaron's Ninja Team mechs from the 2023 wave. I don't know, I'm really hoping that it's a Titan mech, and given that it is like a large fire mech, I think that's very likely. But because it doesn't have Titan in the title, I can't say for sure. But yeah, that could be a translation thing, or just like an early set name. The final set could be called Kai's Titan mech. Then we have 71847, Guardian Dragon and Temple Diorama. That's very interesting. Have we ever had a Ninjago set with Diorama in the name? I don't think so. What that says to me is maybe this is a Ninjago set targeting a slightly older audience. We saw that this year with the, what was it called? The Dragonstone Shrine set. That was a very beautiful model. That was a play set, but it definitely aimed for a more older audience. It was supposed to look a little bit nicer on a shelf, but that's really the only set we've had like that, so it'd be super cool to get more things like it. I would definitely love to see more Ninjago sets focus on display, though. And if it was a diorama set similar to the Star Wars ones, that would be really cool too, but I have to imagine this is probably something more different. I don't know, though. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments. Guardian Dragon 2 at this scale could potentially be like a Source Dragon or something, because yeah, there is no Source Dragon in this list, though there is this big dragon right here. So we'll just have to see. Lots of potential for that set, though. I have a feeling it's going to be really good if it's real. And then finally, we kind of heard about this one already from Fateful, but 71848 Temple Bounty. Supposedly, this is going to be an Evil Destinies bounty, which sounds really, really cool. Potentially like a bounty for the Forbidden Five. So curious to see what they're going to do with that. But yeah, I've already talked about that in another video, so I don't have to repeat it here. Overall, though, very exciting list of sets. Quite interesting overall. Fairly big wave once again, which I'm quite happy to see. Like I've said recently, I love big waves of small sets, and I don't know how big this is going to get. It actually might get quite big towards the end. But just based off the set names, like I kind of imagine what size it'll be. Like I imagine the motorcycle is somewhere between $10 and $20. The mech's probably around 20 to 30. This is somewhere between like 20 and 40. Rontu is probably, hopefully, going to be like 50 max, because she's a little bit smaller than Eagle, and Eagle was 70. But then yeah, once we get into these bigger ones, I have no idea like how big they could be. They could all be over 100 or they could all be under 100. Literally no idea. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this list? Which sets are you the most excited for? And do you have any like specific predictions as to like what these sets are actually going to be? As I said at the beginning, there's no confirmation this is real just yet, but again, it's coming from Fateful, who gets a lot of things right, so most likely this is pretty close to real. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and stay tuned because Ninjago sets should be being revealed tonight. Retailers usually do it 30 days before they come out, so it's probably going to be around like midnight Germany time because it's usually the German retailers who post them. So stay tuned to the channel, I'll be posting that tonight if they come out tonight. And as for this video, I think that's all I got to say, so thanks for watching everybody, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!